Hello everyone, today's video I'll be showing you how to do the black and gray kind of funky French with the hand-drawn details and the stamped accent nail. The products that I used are ASP's Swept Away Gray. You can find these at Sally's Beauty Supply. The black is Le Chat Black Velvet. For the clear accent nail, the stamp is just over my clear nail. I did one coat, of course, of the base gel, and then I did a coat of Gelish Simple Sheer. And then for the stamp, I used Conad Black. The plate image that I used is off of the Queen Love Elements Collection plate, number 49, and it's that image right there. Now, to form the black part of the design, I did use alcohol and my brush to help form the lines. This is 99% alcohol in my pump bottle here. And on the swatch stick, I do have two coats of the ASP Swept Away Gray. So we'll take our black, and there's several ways that you can lay down the black. You could use the bottle brush, or for myself, since I wanted the black as close to the cuticle as I could get it, I used the small detail brush. I simply placed a little bit of the black on my tile here and then applied it to the nail. But for this demonstration, I will use my e.l.f. brush to help form the lines, and I'll use the bottle brush to lay down the black. So that's what we'll do right now, is we're going to go ahead and put in the black. We're just going to kind of form a general area here that we're going to form with our art brush in just a moment. For the black velvet, you don't need more than one coat. This is a very pigmented black. You do need only one coat for this. You do want to keep it still relatively thin. Black does tend to wrinkle if it's too thickly applied, so be careful of that. And once you get your black laid down, we'll take our e.l.f. brush. We're going to dip it into the alcohol. We're going to blot, and then we're going to form the lines of our black portion here. So I like to kind of start in the middle and just kind of sweep it down, form the shape, any shape that you like. I just happen to like this kind of pointed, kind of widow peaks type design. And if you want to refine that point a little bit more, that's when that smaller brush comes in handy. Again, you'll dip it into the alcohol and just kind of come through and kind of swipe it up a little bit. Give it more of a point. And any of that little excess there at the tip, you can just kind of wipe it away. Now again, that's just personal preference. I just like that big, pointy widow's peak kind of look. So once you have your black formed the way you would like it, since this is Le Chat, you can cure it for 30 seconds in the LED, which is what I'll do, and be right back. Okay, I changed the angle of this, so hopefully I've got a little better lighting, I think, and you can see this a little bit better. So now we're going to form the teardrops, and there's two ways that you can go about this. You can pick up your gel with a little kind of ball there on the end of the brush, and you can place it on the nail, kind of press down on the end, and then draw it down to form your sharp little point there. Now, if you find that you're not getting a really sharp point on that, there's another way that you can do this. I'm going to remove this so I can show you how. You can come in with your brush. You're going to have just the teensiest amount of the black on your brush, and you're basically just going to draw a line. And the best way is to start at right here and just draw a line down. By the time you get to the other point from your main shape right there, you're going to have just the merest amount to form that tip. Then you'll come in, pick up your ball of your gel on your brush, place it at the top. Again, kind of press it down to form your bulbous end, and then draw the rest of that gel lightly. You're going to have a light hand here, and then just draw it down to form your teardrop shape. And you can get a really sharp point on those teardrops doing it that way. Okay, we're going to continue. See if I can zoom out. There we go. A little bit better here. And there you have your teardrop shapes. Now you go ahead and cure this, and I'll come back and do the dots. Alright, so we have our cured teardrops, and now we're going to form our little dots along the sides here. And you can see they're very tiny, but they do add just a nice amount of interest to the design. So again, taking our black, and we're still going to use our brush. You take just the teensiest amount of the black. I mean, you can barely see it's there. And then you're just going to come along the sides here and place those tiny little dots. And try to see where I can see and you can see. And there you have your tiny little dots. Now at this point, if you very carefully want to place a spot of the clear gel, and actually I have some on my tile, so I'll just put some of that. Where's my... Take a spot of that, put it right there. And we'll add our 1mm silver stud from our stud here. Okay. So we place our stud, and now we're ready to go ahead and cure that. So that's what I'll do, and be right back. Alright, so here we have our finished design. I did go ahead and apply the one layer of top coat to that. And when you see it up next to the stamped one I did here, you can see it is a pretty nice combination of designs here. So it's a little bit kind of labor intensive here, but still not really that difficult to do. So there you have the kind of funky black and gray French manicure with the stamped clear nail. If you guys have any suggestions for me, go ahead and leave them in the comments section. You can also visit me at my blog and leave some suggestions there as well. And any comments or questions, I'll certainly try to get to those as well as soon as I can. And I hope you found it helpful. And until next time, I will see you guys later.